So do you feel like you're famous?
How funny is that? Eh? It's so funny. And you know what? I used to have a hard time because it's like, what a stupid thing to say. I'm famous.
Yeah.
I would say yes. I would say, so are you? I would say that the reason why I would say that is because that is the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
I am famous, you are famous, but I wouldn't say we are celebrities.
I would agree with that.
So that's how I would say it. But the reason why I say it is because, like, I know this girl with like a big ass, and she puts like protein shakes on her ass and bends over and takes a picture for Instagram. She is very famous.
Mm-hmm.
By definition.
By definition.
That
is the definition of
like,
fame.
Like it's just, I know them. And there are so many people I follow on Instagram. They are famous. You know how many people on TikTok with like 20 million Instagram followers that like you've never heard their name or seen their face before?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. It's not about you. They're famous.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just fame. Fame is everywhere. It's literally everywhere.
So what is celebrity then?
Celebrity is this like, it's a different level. It's like, you're not even like who's just becoming celebrity, like just getting into that, is that kid Ezra that played Flash in DC movies. He is like just breaking into celebrity. Chris Pratt has been enjoying celebrity for a couple years now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in the Marvel movies, like, celebrity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's a level of consistency in my eyes that make it a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Pratt has that. You know what I mean?
I feel like Weird Al kind of broke into that the past couple of years.
I feel like Weird Al deserves so much more than he gets.
Yeah.
He's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that weird? I feel like he should be. I feel like, I don't know. Weird Al is something. I think of Weird Al and like Andy Milonakis, like people that existed in our time that are just like would be just another YouTube channel style thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're lucky because we have Weird Al, but the kids these days, they have like Bart Baker. You know what I mean? It's like, they're the same thing ultimately, but Weird Al is just like, he did it at a time where there was a middleman. Like he had to go and audition and pitch, and he didn't just like throw it up and like game a system. There was no game. You had to convince people that are like, jaded and look at multiple people every single day. And yeah.
And there's a grind there too, where it's like you're doing that over and over and over and over for years.
Weird Al's beyond celebrity. He's like icon.
Yeah.
I think.
I'd agree with that.
He's
But
like
that
an
could
icon.
also just be because we're of his era.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He's an icon. You can't take that from him. I think Weird Al is great. I think then there's celebrities, but then there are people that are celebrities, but like they're like icons. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone.
And you filmed with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. And even if today they're not as famous as, Chris Pratt or like they are, it's just something that's like a level that can't be taken away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Chris Pratt is now at a level where it can't be taken away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's too much. Jim Carrey is an icon also.
Yeah, they're part of culture.
Exactly. It's like so deep,
Yeah.
And that's why I said that kid, who plays the Flash, Ezra Miller, because I feel like he's getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And if he has like a couple decisions in his career, like then he becomes that, that full on celebrity status. I think he already is a celebrity,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't. I think Logan Paul and Jake Paul are celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I were to expand on what you're saying, I think a celebrity requires you to have that touch on people that puts you into culture. And this is interesting. Like The Rock is almost not quite there. Like I think he's done enough and he's been on the grind for so long that he's a celebrity, but he's never quite had his Schwarzenegger moment. He's never had his T2.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten close. He's got a couple of movies that have been close, but he's almost
I think the biggest problem with him is like, because as close as he comes, you get like the skyscraper and the rampage.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's what like slows that process down. Like one step forward, two steps back.
It's almost like
maybe.
he's too much of a businessman.
Mm.
Like he's making movies that are bringing in huge budgets and like keeping the rock machine going, you know, the $7 machine.
Yeah.
But I feel like he needs a little bit of that moment where he stops being a businessman and starts trying to make something that
So
really
I
emotionally
feel like
connects.
he's gonna be in. Doesn't he play like? He's got a movie coming up, a superhero movie, and I feel like that's like the fast track to celebrity these days.
Yeah.
He's like, you do a celebrity movie, and then you do like then you win an Oscar for something else, and then it's like you're there.
He's gonna lose
Ryan
a lot of weight
Gosling.
for
Ryan Gosling, I feel like, is so ingrained in culture, and so many people know him and his movies. You know, like that. I feel like he's celebrity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he's up there as well.
Yeah, for a lot of people Drive is their favorite film.
Exactly.
And I think when you're in something like that where you connect with people on that deep
And The
emotional
Notebook
level.
also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have never seen The Notebook.
Oh, you haven't? I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I know it's like such a thing. But no, I definitely recommend watching The Notebook. It's really good. It's like a very good movie.
I'm sure it's very well made. Ivy will be overjoyed for me to sit down with her one evening and watch it with her.
Tonight.
Maybe.
Monday. I recommend it. It's a good one. And I remember I put that one off for a while. Another one I put off for a while was Brokeback Mountain.
Oh yeah?
Didn't like it.
Wasn't good?
No.
I feel like Ang Lee's a little hit or miss.
It wasn't my thing. But it was also like people like, oh, you need to see The Notebook. You gotta check it out. I'm like, okay. You need to see Brokeback Mountain, you gotta check it out. But it's like I don't want to watch these movies because they're gay, literally. It's about two gay men. And the other one is like, oh, what, love? Come on. But then I ended up watching them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Did the same director do The Notebook as Brokeback Mountain?
No, there were just two movies that were recommended to me that I remember everyone talking about over a period of time. And I was like, nah, I don't need that in my life.
I find it strange that the same director of Brokeback Mountain also did the Hulk movie.
The Hulk, yeah. The big Hulk where he just keeps growing and doesn't stop growing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He has very clearly purple pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the risk of asking a super vague question, I mean, I'm a huge Schwarzenegger fan. What was he like?
He was really, really excellent. So I don't know if you know, but the first movie I ever saw in theaters was Terminator 2.
Mm.
So the
movie.
only, what's that?
What a movie.
I know. The only reason why I do what I do today, or I am where I am today, is because I saw Terminator 2 at 5 years old. And I walked out of that movie and I was like, that's what I want to do when I'm older.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make movies. I want to be in movies. I want to write. That's so cool. I want to do that. Like, I just know that's what I want to do. And I'm like, I'll make a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And my dad said, oh, so clear. He came to the movie and he said, what's the plot? And I was like, what's the plot? And I was like 6. And I remember him explaining to me what the plot is and the word, the plot. And just that whole interaction of seeing Terminator, what's the plot? And, you know, just being like, oh, like thinking about movies from that day forward. You know, my dad had a video camera and like I always messed around with the video camera. When I was going to school, I would like bring in projects that used the video camera. And instead of doing a regular presentation, it would be a movie, a video presentation. And that's what made me want to do it. So filming with Arnold Schwarzenegger was so incredible and so awesome. And like the one thing that I didn't expect was he enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why he enjoyed it was because I got there and I was fanboying like big time. And I was like really excited and I was like explaining how excited I was and I was apologizing for being excited, blah, blah. And he was like, really, it's okay. It's okay. And then I found out like from his people that like in this day and age of like Dwayne Johnson's, Channing Tatum's, Chris Evans, and Chris Pratt's, like he's happy to come across people like me that are like, you're the fucking god, bro. You're the guy, man. All this shit only because of you, man. People only use guns in movies because of you. Like, you know, like he liked that. I got to share some really extreme jokes because like I had some extreme jokes written for Epic Mealtime. And so I shared these extreme jokes with his assistant and he was like, he's got a twisted sense of humor. He's like, go share it to him. So I did. I went and shared it with him and He loved it. He laughed, and then he started to tell me something that was kind of messed up, and it ended up being a joke, and it was hilarious. And I grasped like that he's got like a really twisted sense of humor. But he was so great. He was really awesome. And then we got to film with him twice. And Amir brought his Predator Blu-ray, and like he signed it and everything. And he's just awesome. Austria gave him a tank. Austria, like he has a tank that says Schwarzenegger on it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's awesome. I love him.